what's up? It's me, Craig X. I'm here in a backyard in Kitsilano. I had a chance to sit down with one of the legends of the cannabis community here, one of the best known names, and one hell of a cool guy. You've probably grown up on his books, so many of them. The author of the Marijuana Grower's Handbook and so many more, ladies and gentlemen, Ed Rosenthal. How are you, boss?
Fine, pleased to meet you.
You too, thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure, man. It's all good over here. And can I pass this over there?
Oh, yes.
I love it. Of course, the man himself, one of the originators, one of the founders of High Times, longtime columnist, Ask Ed, of course, everybody knows. Ed meets X. X meets Ed. Very cool to finally be able to sit down with such an important figure in the cannabis community. And if anybody's seen a lot of changes through this cannabis community, it's you.
It's like the second revolution that I've seen. And the first was personal computers and the internet and the acceptance of cannabis by society and it becoming an economic product is the second major change.
As much as I respect and appreciate all the hippies and the tie-dye wallets and everybody out there with the signs protesting, that's not going to be what actually affects the real change. It's going to be the money. And when we saw Colorado start to go legal and Washington start to go legal and there's billions of dollars in taxes, you can't deny that after a while, and with the economic impact that that can make.
I'm thinking of it in a different way, and that is that we're going to be going from primarily an alcohol society to at least an alcohol and cannabis society, and perhaps it will reverse. And as that happens, there'll be major changes in the way people deal with each other. Right. Cannabis promotes a more peaceful attitude than alcohol does.
I like to think that, us as Canadians have a bit of a reputation as being sort of polite and sort of easy to get along with. Of course, your reputation is one of the most knowledgeable growers and horticulturalists out there, acclaimed author, writer. How many books have you penned now at this point?
More than a dozen, but I've been involved in others because I'm a publisher as well.
Sure, yeah, I was looking through and I could have sworn I saw 2 or 3 dozen books that seem to be tied to you in one way or another. Yeah. Of course, the Big Book of Buds series is a well-known book. Yeah. The Marijuana Grower's Handbook, been a Bible for a lot of people. But you've got a new book coming out too, the Beyond Buds, the Next Generation. That's due to hit any day, is it not?
Yes, it's a continuation of the series that started with Trash to Stash, and then as concentrates got more sophisticated, we wanted to educate people about that, and this is a continuation because there's been so much new techniques, new methods, new ways of doing old things that we felt that the book had to be revised, and that's what this is.
The level of weed nerdery just blows me away. We're just seeing that evolution. This extract game has come along, and I'll be doing the show and I think I'm on top of all the latest and greatest and the new cool things that are out, and next thing you know, someone else shows up and it went from this weird saucy taffy stuff to then you start getting the butters and the shatters and you get these live resins and HTFSEs, and it just keeps going and going and going. Concentrates and extracts are completely taken over.
It's an evolution. Once society familiarizes itself with it, oppressive parts of the law will be revised.
It's like a Pandora's box. You open it up and it's hard to get back in there once the information is out there. When you look at it on paper or you hear the stories that they're putting out to the media, it's, oh, Canada legalization, yay. You talk to some of the activists and they're like, look, there's some really scary shit that they're going to do that's going to make it even worse than it was before.
The only reason that hemp was banned was because of its association with marijuana.
Right.
Nobody cared what farmers grew, but the part of it that has made cannabis so threatening, it's not the hemp, it's the high factor. Yeah. It's unfortunate that society had a 50-year period or a 70-year period where hemp was de-emphasized. I was just in Katama, and that's in Morocco, and it's one particular province of Morocco, and like no other there. But any field, literally, any field that could be used for cultivation was cultivating hemp, and it was fields, terraced mountains. There was not
valleys of weed and shit, as far as you can see.
Yes, yeah, and it's the whole province. And once you leave that area, once you leave the Katama area, it totally changes. There's no more cannabis being grown. It's all like weed or corn or whatever. But we didn't see any more cannabis.
Just is that one region?
Just that one region. Not one field with anything but cannabis.
All these places, man, writing books and growing weed has taken you. I've seen fields of it, vast quantities beyond any stories, met everybody, smoked with probably everybody. Well, thanks for taking the time to join us, man. A real pleasure meeting you. Ed Rosenthal, Craig X here. We're watching on Cannabis Life Network.